Hello, this is showcase number 3 for pre-calc. We are given a identity to verify. So we have this equation right here, and the object is to get them to basically say the same thing. So we have 1 over cosine x divided by sine x plus sine x over 1 minus cosine x equals 2 cosecant x. So I have my work loaded over here. So the way we solve this is you're going to have to first pick a side which to work with. Generally, it's advisable to pick the side that has the most stuff because you can manipulate it. It's a little easier to see where you can manipulate the math. So I chose the left-hand side of the equation, and the first thing I did was find a common denominator between our two terms that we're adding. The common denominator here is sine of x times 1 minus cosine x. We can then combine these equations into one term with over the common denominator. The effect of multiplying each side by the effect of getting the common denominator leaves us with a term that's squared on top on both sides. So we have 1 minus cosine of x squared plus sine squared x. So we combine all that over the common denominator. From here, you can kind of go a bunch of different ways. So what I did was I split the terms, this 1 minus cosine x, into the two terms that actually, what that actually means. And then I FOILed it, and I did the same thing on the bottom. If we'll run into a situation in a little bit where I have to basically refactor this because foiling it did me no good, didn't do me much service. So we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. But it's math. We can always undo what we've done. So we're left with 1 minus cosine x plus cosine squared x plus sine squared x. Simplify this, combine like terms, and you get 1 minus 2 cosine x plus cosine squared x plus sine squared x over sine x minus sine x times cosine x. We can see that one of our part of the top of our equation here is a Pythagorean identity. So we can simplify cosine squared x plus sine squared x to 1 because that's what those equal. And we then are left with this equation, 1 minus 2 cosine x plus 1 divided by sine x minus sine x times cosine x. So we're going to simplify what we just did up here. And we're left with this equation here, the simplified version of this where we just added our ones together. From here, I saw that the foiling we did on the bottom was actually not helpful, so I refactored it. And I factored out the 2 in the top and the sine x on the bottom. And then I got this common term on the top and bottom of the divisor so we can cancel it out. So I pulled the 2 out to get 1 minus cosine x, and I pulled the sine x out to get 1 minus cosine x on the bottom. So we can cancel these out. So what we're left with is 2 over sine x, and we can use a reciprocal identification for what cosecant is in relationship to sine. So 1 over sine x is equal to cosecant x. So we know that then 2 over sine x will give us 2 cosecant x, and that will make our right side of the equation equal the left side of the equation by using the reciprocal ID. So that's that.